Quite a very sad day in the boxing fraternity, particularly here in the Eastern Cape, where we woke up to the death of boxing promoter Mzimasi Mnguni. He has been hailed as an icon for boxing here in the province, and he has produced a number of quality boxers and champions such as Vuyani Bungu, Zolani Tete, to name but a few. This building behind us is the Orient Theatre, where most of his boxers usually fought their fights, and up until going abroad to prove their talents, he has been named as someone who has nurtured talent, particularly from disadvantaged areas such as Mdantsane and Duncan Village. With me, I have the provincial manager of Boxing South Africa here in the Eastern Cape, Abongile Jantjies. A very good morning to you, sir. Quite a sad loss for the fraternity.
Very good morning, Abongile. Very sad news that we had this morning, the passing on of the icon, Mr. better known as Mzimasi Mnguni. Those news have shocked us because we were still hoping that this man will come back into boxing, because the role that Mnguni played in boxing is amazing. Mnguni took child from nowhere and make them world champions. By so doing, those young boys and girls, they earn money where they were able to feed their families. Because remember, boxers, they are from very poor families. By joining boxing and by Mnguni to be there and welcome them into boxing and produce them as world champions, they were able to live on their dreams and earn money and make sure that their lives are good.
Before we went on air, you were telling me that you were close with him even outside of the field. Tell us what kind of person he was outside of the field.
Mzi was a very nice person. He was a businessman. He helped a lot of people in the community in terms of sponsoring schools, old age, and many more. Mzi had his family, and he loved his family. As a result of that, some of them joined boxing through Mzi. And I know of many people who didn't have money to go to school, and they were helped by Mzi. He was a nice man, and he loved people. And I was very close to him. We traveled together internationally. When I joined the IBF home, I was with Mzi. We traveled a lot with him, the promoter Cedric Kushner, Rodney Berman. We had a very good time. He's a man of dreams. He likes to talk, he have jokes and what have you. Like any other man, he loves everything.
Not so years back, he was honored with a lifetime achievement, but now that he has passed on, how do we keep his legacy alive, particularly in this boxing fraternity?
Mzi, let me first by saying he won and he was awarded by the IBF as the manager of the year for the IBF. And also Boxing South Africa, I've honored him as a promoter of the year. And Mzi, we will always remember him as a man who lifted boxing. There were many people here who were promoters. Mzi came in and took the light to the skies.
Tell us about the family. Not much has come since this is still new, this shocking death. So they are coming to terms about his death. But how is the family doing? Have you been able to communicate with them?
Yes. This morning, when I heard about the passing on of this man, I immediately phoned his wife, Mrs. Mnguni. And unfortunately, today, when I spoke with him, they were in their rural area in Alice, where they were burying the sister of Mzi was buried today when this news came. And I also found his son, Mzimasi Mnguni, also, trying to talk to them and softening them. They were shocked about the news. They said whilst he was sick, but they were not waiting for him to die, to pass on today. But they are very sad, but I gave them the words of comfort.
Lastly, since there will be a funeral that needs to take place now that he has passed on, how would you prefer government to intervene with regards to those preparations?
We will talk. In fact, Boxing South Africa have already spoken to the minister and told him about the news. We will persuade the Eastern Cape government and the national government to do something about Mzimasi. Mzimasi, he was not only doing this for Eastern Cape, he was doing this for the whole entire South Africa, for the whole entire Africa, and the world. Mzimasi was known the whole world, his contribution in boxing.